I have this vivid memory of health class in like 10th grade where our teacher was talking about anxiety, I guess, for some reason. And he was like, some people wake up in the morning and they're immediately anxious. And I was like, some? There's people who wake up and aren't? What's that like? Thought I'd bring you along for my morning routine today. I say routine lightly because it's kind of different every day. I talked in some of my other videos about how instead of a morning routine, I like to have a morning menu. So I'm not like I have to wake up every morning at 5:30 a.m. and do the same thing every morning. Instead, I'm like, my alarm is set for 5:30. I'll wake up. If I smack off my alarm and I'm like, I want to sleep a little bit more, then I'll sleep for maybe another 20 or 30 minutes. Or if I'm feeling like a morning person that day, I'll get up out of bed. Maybe I'll do a workout if I feel like doing a workout. Maybe I don't. Maybe I feel like journaling. Maybe I feel like meditating. That's a lie. I never meditate. I never feel like meditating. I don't know why, but sitting like this, I feel like I look like I'm in a hospital bed. This feels more natural. But anyways, just not pressuring myself to have a strict routine every morning has made me feel a lot better. Just don't feel as anxious immediately upon waking. No, I said as anxious. Still anxious. Still usually takes me 10 to 15 minutes to actually get out of this cozy little bed. I have this vivid memory of health class in like 10th grade where our teacher was talking about anxiety, I guess, for some reason. And he was like, some people wake up in the morning and they're immediately anxious. And I was like, some? There's people who wake up and aren't? What's that like? His solution was running, which I was like, that's not gonna happen for me. So I'll just stick with the anxiety. I'll just wake up 30 minutes earlier to have time to be anxious before I have to do the things that make me anxious. I think that sounds pretty healthy. I probably could have taught the class. So, okay, let's get up. I don't like seeing my face this close up in the morning. So it's currently 5:57ish. David went to a workout class at the ass crack of dawn this morning, so he's not here. Just me and Goose. So one thing that is routine for me every morning is that I will take my birth control. No, that's not what I was gonna say, although it is routine. I was gonna say that I make my tea first thing every morning. If you are somebody who wakes up anxious, I feel like the key to actually getting yourself out of bed is having something that you really look forward to. So for me, that's my tea. I'll usually spend the first 20 minutes of the morning just sipping my tea and looking at my medium-sized screen. Usually I read a newsletter called The Morning Brew. It's just got like little tidbits of news in it, so it's a nice way to feel informed each morning. And they also have crosswords sometimes, so I like to do those. Other times I'll do like a little mini journal session, just have this little template on my iPad for like morning reflections or whatever. So if I'm feeling kind of frazzled in the morning, I'll start with that. I try to not just look on social media immediately when I get up, but sometimes it happens. You know, because we're human and we've been programmed by Mark Zuckerberg. After tea, it is breakfast time. I eat the same thing pretty much every morning, which is oatmeal with peanut butter. And now it's time to eat breakfast while Goosey waits to lick the bowl. He's such a good boy. At this point, I usually look at social media because I'm like, I did 20 minutes of not social media, so I've earned it, right? Okay, here you go, bud. Spoon. Thank you, Mr. Puppy Dishwasher. To be clear, the bowl still goes in the actual dishwasher. He just is the pre-dishwasher. Alright, so we're feeling more alive, we're feeling more awake now. Getting ready to take Goose out. Don't forget your stuff, even if you're only going out for 30 minutes. I feel like this is arguably the most important part of my morning routine. I realize I got a lot of routine things about my routine that I claim is not a routine. I try to make sure I go outside with Goose every single morning. Mostly because he does need to empty his bladder and his bowels every morning. Also because I think fresh air is really good for you in the morning. How many times can I say morning in the next 30 seconds. There are some days where I don't go out and David will just take him out, usually because I decide to do a workout or something in the morning or I have an early meeting. And I just always feel worse on those days. So if you also work from home, I really recommend getting outside, even if it's just for 5 minutes each morning. Having a dog kind of forces me to do that. Pre-dog, my outside time would just be my commute time into the office, because it would take me 10 minutes to walk to the train, 10 minutes on the train, and then 10 minutes from the train to the office. Walking Goose is obviously a lot more relaxing because I know that I'm not going to an office, I'm just coming back home. But I feel like if I hadn't have gotten a dog during pandemic life, I would be missing out on a lot of outdoors time. I'm doing my hair oil this morning. Use the Miel, however you pronounce it, this rosemary oil. I'm using it for like 4 or 5 months consistently. I feel like it definitely has helped with hair growth, especially towards the front. You can see all these little hairs growing in. So I just do it 2 to 3 times a week. I put it in the morning for like an hour and a half, and then I wash it out. And then I also take my Nutrafol hair growth supplement. Not a huge supplement girly. This is like the only one that I take aside from my magnesium at night. Tastes like hair regrowing. Okay, let's take Goosey out. Are you ready to go out, sir? Go out? Let's go out. It is exercise time now. I'm doing a lazy girl exercise today. Okay, I'm not going to the gym. I got this stair stepper thing so that I could do just some simple cardio if I didn't feel like going to the gym, or if all the treadmills were used up in the gym, which can happen quite often because there's only 2 treadmills. You can actually work up a pretty intense sweat on this thing. Like, that was really anticlimactic. Going a lot faster now than I just was, if you can't tell. You can also use these things to work out your arms too. I'm not gonna do that today though. I slept weird on my neck and like right here hurts. This isn't good for that. So anyways, I always work out in the morning if I'm gonna work out at all during the day. Because once I get into the other things I'm doing, I can't pull myself away to do this. I usually work out 4 times a week for about 20 to 45 minutes. You probably also note that I work from home. This would not be my morning routine if I still worked in the office. To be honest, I didn't exercise at all when I worked in office. I would walk to the train, so I'd count that as my exercise, but otherwise nothing. Maybe. If it was warm out, I would go for a run after work or like on the weekends. But otherwise, I didn't have a gym in my building and I wasn't about to join one. Like, I'm spending 9 hours a day in an office around people as an introvert, and then you want me to subject myself to working out around people? You think I have the energy for that? Hard no. There was a gym in the office that I worked in, but it was kind of frowned upon if you left for an hour to go to the gym in the middle of the day. And again, I don't like working out around other human beings, especially coworkers. It's really weird to see Bob from accounting in his workout gear doing squats. So anyways, I don't know what my point was. My morning routine now is very different from when I worked in the office. Here's what my routine was. Wake up at 7 a.m., make my tea, do my hair and makeup while drinking my tea. I would shower at night, so I didn't have to do it in the morning. Get dressed, grab my lunch, hopefully poop, maybe, I don't know. I had pretty bad IBS at the time, so it was always like, will it happen, will it not? If it didn't, you knew it was gonna be kind of a bad day. Then I'd go to the train, and I'd be at my desk by 8:15ish, do the clickety-clacks all day, get home around 6:30 or 7. I'd reheat whatever dinner I made that week, take a shower, watch TV, and then do it all again. Like, what? That was life. That was every day. But anyways, I usually do this for about 10-15 minutes, then I'll do some Pilates. I really like just watching these videos from this girl, Eleni Fit, I think is how you pronounce it. She has videos that you can just follow along to while you're like watching something else, which is key for me. So if you're somebody who hates going to the gym, who gets uncomfortable at the gym, just doesn't want to pay for gym membership, I highly recommend her videos because they're very easy to follow. You feel like you're getting a good workout in, but it's not so difficult that you want to die. And if you do get to the point one day where you're like, I would like to go to a gym, I want to get in a harder workout, try to find a buddy to go with at first. Like right before the pandemic, I started going to the gym with David. Literally never set foot in a public gym before. And I was always terrified of it because I didn't know how to use anything. I didn't know the etiquette. I just felt like everyone would be staring at me, being like, look at that idiot. She doesn't know how to use a gym. So I would go with David, and he had to show me how to use things, and I could get into a little bit of a routine. Now, would I ever go if he wasn't going? Probably not. But who knows? Because then the pandemic hit, and we couldn't go at all. So we never found out. And we moved to a building that had a gym. So, and now it is time to shower. Which, fun fact about me, I actually hate showering. That's mainly why I used to shower at night. Because if I had to fit it in the morning before going to work, I would be stuck in bed with anxiety paralysis forever. But I do try to make showering more fun by listening to a podcast. Lately, I've been listening to Two Hot Takes. It's literally just this girl, Morgan, not me, a different Morgan, who talks about Am I the Asshole threads on Reddit. She'll just have her fiance or her friends come on, or sometimes a special guest. She'll just read the thread and they'll discuss if the person is the asshole. And the stories are really crazy. It's just very fun to listen to. I also feel like it's great background for if you're having a party, especially with people who don't all know each other, because it's an excellent conversation starter. So anyways, let's shower.
You ready? Yeah. Got your little buddy next to you. What's his name? Give her some blood and
Alright, final step in the morning is skincare, and then hair products, and then makeup, and then getting dressed. So like the last 4 steps. This is the facial cleanser I use. Salicylic acid acne treatment from Verse. And then a salicylic acid toner from Clinique. Very heavy on the acne treatment. Does it dry my skin out? Probably. But whenever I've stopped using any of these products, my face gets really broken out. So this is just how we live. Skin is actually decently okay right now. I just got rid of a big patch of pimples right here. I did also just try to pop this one though, and it didn't pop. So now it's just a big red mound on my head. I layer these 2 serums from Coco Kind to add some moisture back into the face. And then finally a benzoyl peroxide treatment from Paula's Choice. We are almost out of you. Then the final step is just a moisturizer. Pretty much any moisturizer. Right now I'm using this one from Kiehl's because they gifted it to me. And it's also refillable, which is nice. And my skin seems to not break out when I use it, which is the #1 criteria. I'm probably gonna be filming some more content today, so I'm gonna actually do a full face of makeup. Normally I just put on like a skin tint, skin moisturizer, a tinted moisturizer. It's tinted and it moisturizes. It's this from Ilia, and I use this primer from Milk. It works really well at prepping your skin for whatever crap you're gonna put on it. Not crap. This isn't crap. I love Ilia. I really do. This is coming off so badly. It just creates a nice base and it makes your makeup stick to your face more. So anyways, I was supposed to wait a minute for the primer to sink in before I put this on. If I rub it in now, the primer is gonna peel off. Okay, we're just gonna wait a minute. Don't drip off my face yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17, 14. You know what? That's close enough to a minute. Anyways, so that's my morning kind of routine. Like I said, it kind of changes a bit each day. Some days I won't take Goose out. Some days I'll do a longer workout. Some days I won't wash my hair. Some days I won't put on any makeup. Some days I'll put on all the makeup. I'll just reiterate again how happy I am that I'm able to work from home now, because I kind of don't know how I made it through life before. Also, if you are somebody who works in the office every day or almost every day, and you have a pet and or a child, I have so much respect for you, and I'd like to understand how your brain works, because I've done the math several times in my head, and there is no scenario where me plus child plus in-office job equals sanity. So I just, lots of respect again. I feel like when I watch other people's morning routine videos, I'm like, how are you fitting all this into every morning? Like, you're taking all these supplements, you're making smoothies, you're going to the gym, journaling, you're meditating, you're doing all these things, and you're still getting to work on time. Like, I don't understand it. I'm not saying that those people don't actually do those things. Like, I think it's highly possible. Some people are dedicated enough to do all that stuff in the morning. It just could not be me. Like, if I can get out of bed in the morning, feel generally okay, and look presentable by 8:30 a.m., that's a win. I'll take it. And if that's how you are too, just know that's completely normal. It doesn't mean you're not disciplined, you won't be successful, or any of that stuff. It just means your brain works differently. So, alright, I think I've run out of things to yap about. If you have any tips for making your morning more productive, more efficient, especially as an anxious person, definitely drop those in the comments. And otherwise, just thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more of my face. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.